right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers in peace and blessing and salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Shah. And what I want to get into this morning, just rolling in the spirit, because we're at the time where we see, Esau Edom, really trying to push through, his new world system, okay? And what he wants to do is do a great reset. That's been one of the things that the World Economic Forum, all right, Klaus Schwab, all right, and his underling, Yuval Noah Harari, all right, they pretty much, been pushing, great reset, okay? Well, whenever you reset something, all right, what happens? That means everything has to stop, you know? And when your phone resets, what happens? It has to power down and reboot. So what we're seeing now is this man really powering down this society. Okay, that's why you have all these nations, pretty much dumping the dollar. All right, that's his way of powering down this economy. Okay, and when this economy comes to a screeching halt, okay, that's when you're going to see suffering increase. All right, and then that suffering is going to lead to what? Violence. All right, which is going to be what they call shit hitting the fan. Okay, because a lot of people, that are well to do, they're finna suffer. Okay, America, which has enjoyed, the privileges of being the first world currency, first world country, and having the world's reserve currency. Okay, like people don't understand the privilege. All right, as Americans, that we get paid, in the world reserve currency. Okay, which gives America a lot of buying power throughout the earth. Okay, and Americans have enjoyed their privilege since 1944, going back to the Bretton Woods Agreement. All right, in New Jersey when the world reserve currency was switched over from the British pound to the American dollar. Okay, and ever since then, all right, you had a little hiccup. All right, during the time of JFK, and we see what happened to that guy. All right, and then eventually you had the petrodollar. All right, Henry Kissinger, okay, pretty much went over there to the Saudis and hammered out a deal to where America would give the Saudi Arabians, okay, military equipment, military hardware, all right, for them to only sell their oil in the American dollar, okay, and that's where you get the term petrodollar, okay, because you had to buy that Saudi oil, okay, with the American dollar. So all these nations would need, to use the American dollar, all right, and the American dollar became very strong. It pretty much became a trap, to these nations, and that's why America has been able to put sanctions, all right, on all these nations because they're pretty much in the web. All these nations have been in the web with this dollar, man. Okay, but what have we been seeing lately is that these nations have been coming out of their web. Now they don't have a system to where they can be the new world reserve currency. Okay, they're ditching the dollar, and when the dollar collapses, all currency is going to collapse, and that's when Esau is going to usher in, all right, the sea hit. Okay, so we're seeing the build up, to these things, and it's good to understand where we at and what's happening, man, according to prophecy. So when you go to Isaiah, all right, 19 and 14, all right, it says the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunkard man staggered in his vomit. So this is why all things, are leading to the end of this place. Before the Lord, judges this place, we're going to see, just perverseness increase until that day of judgment. Okay? So why perverseness and wickedness is constantly increasing in the earth. Esau has normalized, you know, uh, 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 just wickedness that even 30, 20 years ago wouldn't be accepted. But now, it's normalized. Okay. But as he's doing this thing, all right, what's going to happen, all right, is the Lord is going to reset this place, man. All right. But it's going to be in righteousness. Esau think he's going to do it, all right, a wicked, reset. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Yeah, that's going to be the time of this powering down of this system to try to revamp it, okay, with the sea hip, with the digital currency, man, okay, with the one world government, the one world religion, okay. So we in the phase of this place being powered down, okay. Let's go here to Ecclesiastes, there's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, all right, verse 3. It says, in the days when the keepers of the house, okay, these different economists, all right, because these different economists, all of them are not in, and you see what happened with the guy that owned Cash App, all right, he got stabbed up, okay. More than likely, he tried to reject, that new way, he didn't want to get down with the play. And the scriptures say, the day, matter of fact, let me get it, okay, dealing with the whole Cash App situation. This is what happened. Now this is Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And these are the elites, because they finance, all right, this beast system. Okay, they finance the ideology, okay, that runs this beast system. Okay, the banking power, the banking infrastructure, okay, it comes from the elites. All right, they're giving power into this beast system. Because you can have an idea, but if you don't have the resources to execute that idea, it's just an idea. Well, the elites have the resources to execute this idea, this beast system. All right, this new pagan Roman Empire, man. Okay, and it says that the image of the beast, all right, that pagan Roman Empire should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so the guy, he didn't want to play ball. All right, just like we spoke about JFK. Okay, he didn't want to play ball. JFK was trying to back the dollar by silver, and guess what, man? He got knocked out. All right, the Cash App guy. Telling what conversation he had. And he tried to, play tough guy, and he stabbed up. And then now they have a new system called Fed now, that they're establishing the day after. This nigga died, man. So what we're seeing is Esau, he's really, all right, taking a major step towards this new system, man. Okay? So going back to Ecclesiastes, and that's why these billionaires, like I say, these economists, they're not within the inner circle of the elites. Okay, they're just doing what they're told, and when they stop doing what they're told, hey, the elites are gonna get rid of them, man. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, in that day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Okay, the grind and cease, which these jobs, man. So there's gonna be a lot of corporations that's gonna be against, the C hip, you know, this new digital system. Because if you know money, all right, they can see that this is gonna be oppressive, man. So we're gonna see a lot of businesses, shut down. A lot of CEOs probably get whacked. Okay, that ain't with the play. You see, because this man is finna get very draconian as he ushers in. All right, as he attempts to usher in his new world order. Okay, and it says, verse 4 says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low. So what we're seeing, as it says, the windows be darkened, is the future, okay, looking very grim for America, man. There's a lot of people, that they don't know what the market's gonna do. There's a lot of economists is saying, look, we don't even know how the dollar is still alive, but we understand that these markets are fabricated and propped up, but it's gonna come a time when the Lord gonna put the spirit on the elites to pull the plug, man, and really power this thing down. Okay? And that's when it's gonna get very crazy out here, man. That's why, us as believers, we have to move in wisdom, and that's why you go here to First Corinthians, 7 and uh, 7 and 31. Yep, this First Corinthians 7 and 31. It says, and they that use this world is not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Okay, so as this society is still up and functioning, we use it. We use it to our benefit. Okay, but we don't abuse it and get caught into it and get engulfed in it. Okay, and make this system who we are. It's a lot of our people. This system is who they are. So when this system starts to collapse, okay, they're going to be in sorrow. Okay, but we understand that this is a temporal setup for us, man. So we use, and make, maneuvers and do certain things, put plays together, to sustain ourselves in this society. Okay, but this ain't the time to be engulfed in this thing and overwhelmed and overoccupied in the hustle and bustle, all right, of this society, man. We should be tapped in more and more into the spirit, because we're gonna have to trust like never before. You know, we're gonna be put in situations to where we're gonna have to make decisions based off faith. And we're not gonna understand, how we're gonna eat and where we're gonna live, because it is what it is, man. But that's why scripture say we walk by faith and not by sight, because it's going to get very bad if this man powers this system down. But it's going to be to our rejoicing, because we know what's to come right after, man. You know? So I get this here. And yep, I'll get the brother. Get these other comment board from the brother. All right, this the brother enduring servant 144 Bach. It's Proverbs 11:4 said, riches profit nothing. All right, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. And see, there's a favor, that we enter into, as we continue to be obedient, we continue to show discipline, we continue to be in order. There's a favor, that we're entering into, you know, and that's gonna be above money, because we come in a situation that we're not gonna be able to buy our way out. Okay, we come to a situation to where we just gonna have to have favor. We're gonna have to have mercy from on high. Okay, and that's why the scriptures say this in the book of Hosea. All right, it's the book of Hosea 10 and 12. It says, sow to yourselves in righteousness. Okay, because these people are sowing to their flesh. People still got that mindset of just chasing the bag and chasing clout and trying to establish, empires and enterprises, within, this society. Okay, well, we're all right sowing righteousness into ourselves, man, which is being about this, especially as men of the Lord, being about the Father's business, being about Yahweh Shai's business, you know, being about the brotherhood, being about the congregation, being about the believers. Okay, this is what we're sowing to. This is where our energy is going into this. Okay, and we just work on the side. Okay, but this is our main thing. Okay, we're gonna keep this, the main thing, the main thing. All right, and that's how we sow to ourselves in righteousness, man. It says so we can what? It says sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy. Okay, because as you sow things, you do it in hopes of reaping. You till the land and you plant seed. Okay, you intend to eventually reap. And we come to a time where all the things that we've done, all right, in righteousness within this grace period, we're gonna reap in mercy, all right, while the earth is suffering, man. Okay, we're gonna reap that mercy, and due season is gonna come at that perfect time. That's why the scriptures say, um, of Galatians chapter 6. It's the book of Galatians 6 and 7. Okay. It says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to the flesh shall reap, all right, shall of the flesh reap corruption, all right. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. Okay, so we're pretty much sowing seeds, all right, for immortality, man, by being obedient through faith, being in order, all right, being about, I say, how about Shema Shai's business, man, you know, as we're constantly being conformed to Yahweh Shai, all right, we're sowing those seeds of immortality, man, and we in a time where we're gonna actually reap immortality, man, even in death, because Yahweh Shai, he's gonna resurrect those that die in him, okay, and they're gonna be raised immortal. Okay, they like an actual seed. They're gonna come out the ground immortal, man. You know, so these are the times that we're in. Now we read verse 8, or verse 9. It said, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season, you see that? In due season, we shall reap if we faint not. So what we're doing now within this grace period is we constantly sowing, constantly sowing in righteousness, man. And in due season, we're gonna reap mercy. And then eventually we're gonna reap mercy to get through the tribulation, and even death, all right, is mercy. All right. Because guess what? That doesn't separate us from the reaping of the immortality, man. Okay? So we're gonna reap mercy going through the tribulation period, all right? And it's gonna preserve us, and then, we're gonna eventually reap immortality, man. So right now is a very important time to sow in righteousness. Okay? So let's I end it with that Hosea. Finish this Hosea. So let's go back to Hosea, the 10th chapter. And it says, sow to yourselves in righteousness. This Hosea 10 and 12. It says, sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground, okay? Because before you can plant something, you have to break the ground up, which that's our mind. Our mind had to be broken up and open, so the seeds could be planted of this doctrine, okay? And then what did happen? Started to bring forth, okay, fruits of righteousness, man. All right, for the spirit. It said, "For it is time to seek the Lord till He come and rain righteousness upon you." Okay, so we in the time, all right, where what we've done in this grace period is gonna pay out, to our benefit, and things that's above money, okay, which is mercy and ultimately the deliverance, you know. So that was the point. I pray that you brothers and you sisters were edified once again. Give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.